We're gonna move on to Al Pacino, man.
All right.
Al Pacino. Do you guys know who Al Pacino is? You guys know who
I
Al
think
Pacino
I
is, right?
know. Yeah.
Al
It's
Pacino.
was he wait, the
Isn't
gangster
he the guy in the
movie.
movie?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
he's a
gangster movie, man.
iconic actor.
You want a piece of this or what is it?
No, no, no. Say hello
Say
to my
hello to my
little
little
friend.
friend.
Oh, there we go. I say hello to
Godfather, Scarface, famous mafia, like very iconic actor. Al Pacino is expecting his fourth child at the age of 83. This time with 29-year-old girlfriend Noor Alfallah. So at the age of 83, the iconic actor Al Pacino is expecting his fourth child. And allegedly he demanded a DNA test because he didn't believe that at his age he could still have babies. It's like there's no way that still works at my age. So he demanded a DNA test, but the DNA test only proved beyond reasonable doubt,
Mm.
that he is the father.
Wow.
Subhanallah.
Man, she is
Well,
set for life.
Scarface lives on.
Well, this is his fourth child. Scarface would have lived on anyway, but I guess it lives on a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Hopefully, anyway.
No, you think you're right about it. A mafia man should always have a big family.
Listen, that's the. But
Good for him. Good.
so Al Pacino, obviously, it was a very controversial type. Not really controversial, but it was big news that he had a children. Of course, Al Pacino isn't the only one that had a kid at an sort of a more advanced age. We'll call them. Robert De Niro.
I like the way you put that.
Robert De Niro also had a baby recently at the age of 79. You guys know who Robert De Niro is as well, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think so.
if you know Al Pacino, you must know Robert De Niro. That's the Goodfellas himself. You know what I'm saying? Raging Bull, Taxi.
That's insane,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
79.
79, did you say?
He had a baby.
Subhanallah, bro. See, this is why I don't understand my family. Well, not family, like family and relatives. Why are you pushing me to get married, brother? You got men out here who are pushing 100. They're closer to 100 than they were to 20.
To 50.
To 50. And they're popping out kids left, right, and center.
Well, so I hear you, but this is where the controversy kind of comes in a little bit. Do you guys think this is the big question that people are sort of asking in regard to men or people in general having children at these ages? Is having children at these ages, is it selfish? Do you think that having a child at such an age is selfish?
Or would they be doing it for themselves? I wouldn't imagine that someone at that age wants to have a child for themselves. I mean, they could, but I wouldn't see what the reason would be. Like, if you are like going to be gone soon anyway.
Well,
I don't know. Well, you just want one more child.
Well, that's the thing, is that it might be with Al Pacino, for example. Obviously, he demanded a DNA test because he didn't know. Well, allegedly, we don't actually know if this is true or not, but allegedly he demanded a DNA test so he wasn't expecting that child anyway. But say like for a Robert De Niro, for example, who I don't know the extent of this, but it seems like, it doesn't seem like he was surprised or anything of that nature. Like, when you say that they're gonna be gone soon, where does that leave the child? Do you know what I mean? Like, there are people who have kids at these ages who do it for legacy, quote unquote, purposes, right? They want to leave as much legacy, and they want their memory to be lived on. They want to whatever else the reasons may be. But in actuality, though, when these kids come out and they're raised, some of them may not have a father or a functioning father at like in their teenage years, for example, which arguably is some of the most important times of a kid's life. Like, you know what I mean? Like when this kid is born, Al Pacino is gonna be late 83, probably 84. When this kid reaches 10 years old, he's gonna be 94. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
hopefully he's still there
I
by then.
totally
But
agree. I
how functional
totally
would he
agree.
be?
I don't know about selfish, but I feel like it is something to consider. You need to take into account that you can't just have a child just from one parent. Coming, I mean, I have lived for years without a father, I would say, and I would say having a father figure is very, very important. I wouldn't call it selfish because at that age, anyway, most men would not really think about it. Seeing that most of these are accidental, as you said,
Right.
but um, luckily, I would say at that age, if you already had kids, I would say your memory would live on, and I think the kid will still be raised by the siblings. But yes, I wouldn't call it selfish. I would just say it's wrong.
What about inconsiderate then?
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I
inconsiderate.
wouldn't say it is. I think your first point to say is something to consider. Yes, but like one of my favorite quotes is "It takes a village to raise a child." So if you have that village, and someone else is going to be a father figure to that child, then not that it's it can they can replace the father, but they'll have what they need in terms of like male role models and things like that. I think, yeah, as long as there's like a community around who's willing to be there for the child and raise the child, um, yeah, I think it's all right. Like they got money, they can hire a male role model if they want to.
I mean, it's talking about community, we're gonna go a bit off topic here, but sadly, one of the sheikhs that was talking in the Jum'ah, he was kind of mad. He was saying on how the community used to be and how when you see a kid on the road doing something wrong back in the day, not even that long, say 10 years ago, people used to tell them off because they were part of the community. But he was
Mm.
also talking about nowadays with how the future is moving, how we have this tech and whatnot. No one cares about anyone. Everyone trying to move on their own line. They don't want to step out of it. No one wants to be uncomfortable.
Mm.
You know what? You took us there, man. But you know what? Before we move on, yeah, it's not for people with no children. This isn't really like a topic for us anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like we can only really discuss it like on such surface levels because we don't have children of our own. So all we can really say is hopefully the baby comes out healthy. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the baby is healthy and is able to grow up well and fed and kept. You know what I'm saying? And all these type of
Yeah,
things.
it's a good life, hopefully.
Hopefully, inshallah. Um, but I